Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Hugo Coffee. As you know, we are a coffee. Oh, geez. Sorry about that. As you know, we are a coffee company on a mission to save animals, and we partner weekly with our rescue partner of the week. And this week, it's Soul Dog Rescue in Colorado, and the lovely Lindsay Ortega is here with us. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Now, tell us all about Soul Dogs.
Well, so Soul Dog Rescue was founded about 15 years ago, and we started out as, a high volume, high quality spay and neuter clinic on tribal lands, specifically the Ute Mountain Ute Reservation in Toyoak, Colorado, and then on the Navajo Nation. Since then, we have expanded our services, and we do international spay and neuter clinics, and we also have a brick and mortar shelter in Fort Lupton, Colorado, where we house all of our adoptable pets that we rescue.
That's awesome. I just noticed today that the word res is in the rescue. So,
Yeah,
duh.
on one of the social media, on one of the, yeah.
So like, duh, like that's your mission. Your mission is to save animals on reservations and
Yeah, on
spay
tribal,
and rescue and adopt.
yes, on tribal lands, yeah.
That's
Yep.
fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, and it's been going for 15 years. How long in those 15 years, it started as spay neuter on tribal lands, and then it evolved into rescue and adopt. When did that start, or was that immediate?
We were foster home based for many, many years. I
Mhm.
believe we got purchased the shelter about 5 or 6 years ago. So
Okay.
but we were foster based before that.
And how many are you a combo foster base and brick and mortar, or just brick and mortar?
Yeah, we're a combination. We're a
That's
combination.
awesome.
So we have really dedicated, lovely foster homes that help us with our harder cases, our babies, our moms with babies, and then of course we have our shelter where we house a lot of animals.
Yeah. So do you also still do spay neuter on the tribal lands, as well as have the shelter and the adoption and spaying and neutering in that location?
Yeah, so we on average do about 24 clinics a year on tribal land, so about two a month. So
Wow.
yep, and then we hold two international spay neuter clinics in the Dominican Republic, and oh my gosh, and then what was the other one? We just got back. Um, oh my goodness, it's slipping my mind. So, but it's in South America.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. So yeah, so we do that as well, and then we also have a low cost community clinic at our shelter in Fort Lupton that
That's
we operate
awesome.
for community members that may need, the low cost assistance in order to stem the overpopulation issues. So
So 24 a year, every 2 weeks, you
yeah,
go on to tribal lands and you spay neuter for the day.
yes.
And how many
No,
spay
it's
neuter?
actually a weekend. It's actually a whole weekend. So we arrive Friday, do spay and neuter for 2 or 3 days, and then drive back to Colorado.
That is so awesome. Do you have a sense as to how many spay neuters you accomplish in a weekend?
So it depends on how many veterinarians we have and support staff, but on average, we can do anywhere from 120 to 250.
That's extraordinary. And of those numbers, are there cats or is it all dogs?
There's some cats. We do see more dogs than cats, but I would say it's probably about 70% dogs and maybe 25, 30, it's around there.
That
Most
is
of them are dogs.
that is crazy impact right there. That's just crazy impact. Now, when you go on there, when you go onto the tribal lands and do the spay neuter clinics, do the dogs stay there, or do you then bring them back?
So no, we what we do is we partner with community centers on the reservations,
Mhm.
and so they do stay there. When we're fixing them, they come in the morning and then they get picked up in the evening by their owners. Then we start all over again the next day. As far as the shelter rescuing that we do, we go down almost every Friday, probably every other Friday, and we rescue animals that otherwise would be euthanized because unfortunately on the reservation they're euthanized every Friday. So if we didn't go and pick them up, they would we wouldn't be able to save them. So that's what we do. And then I actually have a really great statistic. Over the last 15 years, we have spayed and neutered almost 45,000 animals on tribal lands.
That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary
Incredible.
impact. That's
Yeah.
extraordinary impact. My God. And then you think 30% of them are cats. And
25 to 30. Yeah, it depends on the area we're in, but most of them are dogs.
and then you imagine the, you know, the multiple impact, because, you know, when you spay one cat, the impact is tremendous by factor.
Exactly.
And when you spay neuter dogs, there's a huge impact too. It just doesn't have the factors that cats do.
Yeah, I mean, cats definitely can. I mean, I don't know. All the years that I've been doing work on tribal lands, I've seen dogs have, several litters a year. So I think that,
Yeah,
especially because it's always so, it can be quite warm in those areas that we go to.
and how far away are these lands to where?
But it depends. It's anywhere from a 9 hour to a 10.5 hour drive, depending on
My
where.
gosh, and you do that every 2 weeks.
Yes, our veterinary staff and our director Shelby, they go down like twice a month.
And
So.
then every week you also go there.
Yeah, we try and do it every week, depending on space. But we do that at least twice a month to go to the shelters, and we rely heavily on our great volunteers that help us with the transport of those animals.
I mean, I tell you, the impact of your organization is blowing my mind. So tell me about your brick and mortar adoption facility. So how many animals do you rescue and find their homes every month?
So we do on average a little over 2,000 adoptions a year.
That's nice.
And right now we have about 300 dogs and puppies and about 200 cats in our care.
Wow, that's great. That's amazing. So now tell me, now for the brick and mortar rescue location, do you also pull from like the county shelters or other areas?
We have partnered with other shelters that wanted to transfer animals to us, but our priority is the Navajo Nation and tribal lands.
That's wonderful. So now you're doing a great job on social media. Thank you very much announcing our fundraiser this
Oh
week.
yeah,
So that's awesome. And I just want to remind your people, your fan base,
yeah.
which I know you have an active fan base, which I love, that we donate $2.50 for every single item sold on the website during the course of the week of the fundraiser. And the fundraiser began on Monday and it ends Sunday at midnight. And we don't, like I said, every item. So if you don't drink coffee, and the coffee's fantastic, so you got to make sure if people do drink coffee that they know the coffee is really good.
It is very good. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, we're not just a company with a mission. We're a company with a great mission and great coffee. But if you don't drink coffee, we have fantastic swag. We have hats, we have t-shirts, we have mugs, we have magnets, we have all kinds of stuff. So the key is, we have until Sunday at midnight. So we have 2.5 more days. So we want to get the word out that people will buy, and we sell during the course of the next 2.5 days. Now, Lindsay, I really hope we kill it for you guys, because
Yes.
I mean, I just love what you're doing so much.
Thank you.
Can you give me an idea of what like a $300 to $500 donation what kind of impact that would have on?
Oh, it would do so much. I mean, so if let's just say 500, we could spay and neuter on the reservations like 25 to 35 animals.
Wow.
It costs, on average about $20. That includes vaccines, preventative, care or treatment for ticks,
Yep.
fleas, anything. So that's our goal, is to be able to cover the cost of 25 to 35 animals.
I love that. I love that. Do you have a sense, like, say somebody wanted to come along and sponsor a weekend of spay
Oh,
neuter?
yeah. So for a whole weekend for a spay neuter clinic, we ask for a $5,000 donation.
Mhm.
And that would be anywhere from we would do 120 to, again, over 200 animals. And then with that, they would be able to like name or like, sponsor it and name it. So they would be able to say, this spay neuter clinic is in honor of my dog that passed away, or their foundation, or, their business. And that's actually a great naming opportunity that we have with our organization.
It's a great opportunity. It's just a great opportunity. How
Yeah.
often are your spay neuters sponsored?
I'm sorry?
How often are they sponsored, the spay neuter?
We have a lot of great supporters who do help, and a lot of foundations that do help us sponsor our trips, but we could always use more.
Yes.
It's a never ending like wheel of spay and neutering, And, you know, we do a lot with a little. That's one thing I'll say about Soul Dog Rescue is we bust ours to save theirs. That's kind of what we say. We bust ours to save theirs. And, yeah, that is the truth. We are volunteers, our veterinarians, our director, our medical staff. They are incredible. They are devoted. They are compassionate. And, you know, but we could always use more funding because we, you know, clearly are just keep on going every single day. So
It's just I just love everything about your mission and what you do. I love that you're able to sponsor the weekend of spay neuter. I just think it's great.
yeah,
I just think it's great. And your impact is like, again, blowing my mind. Like,
it's incredible.
it's incredible. Like, people need to know how incredible this impact is.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I just think that's fantastic. All right, now, Lindsay, we got to get the word out. Got to
Yes.
get people to buy over the weekend, because I want to write you a check or Venmo you $500 on Monday.
Okay.
Because we want. I mean, also the costs, how much you get accomplished with so little money. Like, $20 is crazy good deal for
Yeah.
the impact $20 has.
Yes. Yep.
So, yeah, like, let's raise tons of
Yeah.
money.
Let's do it.
Let's sell. All right. So listen, let's get the word out. Keep it up with the social media. We'll do the same, and we'll get fingers crossed that I write you a big old check on Monday.
Okay.
All right. You have a great weekend.
Yeah. You too. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.